What's going on, guys? CWG here. In this video, we're going to go over what has changed in this new update on Vault Hunters, and it's a lot. Right over here, we got the patch notes laid out right in front of us, thanks to the camera mod. Also, at the end of the video, we're going to find out how bad the Shaman Nerf is, and if it's even still viable to use to kill bosses anymore. So first things first, Scavenger Vaults now render the correct required mob head instead of a static zombie head. Now, this is a good change. So right here I got a Scavenger Hunt Crystal, so let's pop into a vault and see what the change means. As you can see from the top of the screen here, it actually shows you the mob you have to kill to get the certain Scavenger Drops, which is nice. Also, spoilers, take a look. We rolled Horde on this crystal. That's right, tier 2 modifiers can now be a thing in the vault, just randomly, and that happens at level 25, I believe. We'll go a bit more into it in a bit. Next, all crystals are now CoOp Crystals. As you can see, the only crystals you could even look up now are normal, raffle, and the vault trove. That's because normal crystals now could be ran co-op no matter what. You just have to make the /party create command and invite your friends. Next, they have added the final vault. Yep, that's right. And I won't be going over all the final vault stuff in this video because I'll save it for a separate one. Plus, some people don't want spoilers yet. Oh no, I punched off my picture. Get back on there. And cake vaults now generate in a spiral, so it's not like a straight line anymore, which I'm not sure if that's a better or worse thing. You'll have to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now we're on to the balance updates, which some of these are good, and some of these has led to a lot of controversy in the community, especially if you go on Reddit. So let's go over them. First, reduce the sound of a bunch of things, so that's nice. I hope they fix the issue on multiplayer. If you break a vault ore, it's so loud to everyone else on the server. Hopefully they lowered that sound. Next is one of the controversial ones. They have disabled the angel talent inside of the vaults. Yeah. If we go to our talents here, there is a angel. You have to be level 300 and it costs 200 skill points. This is what I don't get. Like, if you're already at the point in the game where you're level 300 and you're gonna spend 200 skill points to get creative flight, basically, then why can't you use it in the vaults? Like, isn't that the purpose of being endgame and being OP? That means you could only use your creative flight in the overworld, which you can already do that using RF tools, and you could use a jetpack mod to just fly around your base as well. So honestly, I feel like this makes the angel talent completely useless and a waste of 200 skill points, because I feel like the only reason you would unlock and spend that many skill points on it is so that way you could have flight in the vault. And if you're going to remove that from the game, you should at least lower the cost of it. Let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments. Next is another controversial one. Change the catalyst recipe for making it easier through the early game playthrough. So if we look at the catalyst recipe here, it now contains 6 catalyst fragments when before it used to only cost 5. And it removed the Larimar gems and instead just has the Beniatite and added Alexandrite. Now this is going to be really good for early game, because early game you do struggle on Larimar because you're also trying to make knowledge stars. But I'd say after like level 25 to 50 range, after you've ran a few CRP vaults, you get so much Larimar and Beniatite, you just don't know what to do with it. And your limiting factor is these catalyst fragments. So going from 5 to 6 is actually going to make it more expensive like after level 25. So this is a buff for the early game, but definitely a nerf for the late game. And for those of you who are watching my Let's Play series, you know we're at the point of the game where we just have thousands of Larimar and Beniatite, and so this recipe change is actually going to make it harder. Now next is another controversial change, the Eternal Nerf. They made it so you could only summon in 3 by default and 5 max when using the army specialization. So if we look at the army specialization here in Summon Eternal, you can see it does cap out to 5 now. Now what's unfortunate is this makes the commander archetype when you reach level 75, which basically makes it so you can summon more Eternals and your Eternals do all the work for you. It kind of makes it a bit useless since you only have 5 Eternals now. Well, maybe not useless, but it's definitely a lot weaker than it used to be. So let me know your thoughts in the comments about the Eternal Nerf. Next, they did some level changing with the vault gear, like what type of gear rolls what vault levels. This one doesn't seem like too big of a change. Here's the big one that we just saw. Tier 2 positive modifiers can now appear at the vault at level 25, and then Tier 2 negatives can appear at level 75, and which I am level 75 in my playthrough, so I'm a bit scared that Tier 2 negative modifiers could now roll, because that could be like chaotic, like even worse than crowded, so that could be pretty dangerous. But Tier 2 positive is definitely a nice thing. Slightly increased vault diamonds drop in gilded chests. That's nice, because There's 3 things that limit you in Vault Hunters, and it's Vault Diamonds, Black Opal, and Echo Gems. So it's nice that we get some more Vault Diamonds. They did some stuff to change the Artisan Scrolls. That's not too big of a deal, or at least not early game. Now here's a big one. Remove the ability to place spawn eggs in vanilla spawners. Yeah, that means all the mob farms we made, like the Guardian farm in my playthrough, but just right-clicking a spawn egg onto the spawner, I guess you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So that means making mob farms is going to be way harder, and it may force us to unlock the eye spawners mod, which is this one right here. Next is the buff to execute, which did desperately need a buff. They reduced it from being 10 levels to max out to 5. And the cost to upgrade it is pretty cheap, just 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2, which is a total of 6 to max out execute, down from 30 that it used to cost. So I do like this change. And right here you can see the amount of damage it does now. Cool. Now it's time for the Shaman Nerf. But why is the Shaman Nerf not on here? Because it's considered a bug fix. Yeah, apparently the Shaman ability for it to stack on top of each other has been a bug. So now it's only going to deal damage over time based off of the last time you hit the boss or the mob or whatever. So that means this should be an extreme nerf in damage. Now I did pick Shaman here. I made sure I'm level 25, and we're gonna see how much damage this does on a boss now, and see how much, see how bad the nerf really is. Now just for testing purposes, I'm gonna summon in a boss here with these obelisks, and we're gonna see how much damage this Shaman does. So I got ourselves a sharpness 5 sword, and we have strength. So this is basically representing we're about level 25 to 30. Now normally Shaman will be able to kill this boss in like 8 seconds, and it's just going to be a joke. So let's see how much less damage it does with the new Shaman. Now you can see it ticking over time, but the more I hit it, yeah, it's not stacking anymore. Yeah, the boss would already be dead by now. This is a massive nerf, and what the heck, this place is just spinning around. So it looks like, yeah, our Shaman has already ran out, and we did barely any damage. Oh wait, no, the Shaman is still going. And there we go, now the Shaman ability is officially over, and we only managed to bring it to half health. Now, once you get past the level 25, I say to like level 50, it's gonna be much worse. In fact, we're doing more damage without the Shaman ability. So it's safe to say Shaman is now nerfed into the ground, and you should probably just spec back into normal Rampage so you can at least get a damage buff. Everyone put an F in the comment section for Shaman. Its days are officially over. So that means what people should do in the future is pick up Execute, which will just basically take a chunk off of the boss's health, and once you reach level 50, you can get Precision, which basically does the damage for the amount of hit points missing. So if you get it fully maxed out, bring the boss down to half health, and then use it, it will pretty much insta-kill him. So that's going to be the new meta, I can imagine. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for watching a quick video on the balance changes of the update. I think there are some good changes, but definitely some interesting changes, I'll put it at that. And if you haven't already, be sure you watch my playthrough on the Vault Hunters SMP. Link to the playlist is on the screen now. CWG, out.